Good morning, Staten Island, and welcome to the 5th episode of CANY Cooks. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, the fabulous CANY crew. Yay! Today we have a very full show for you. We've been so active in the community. We're full of engagement this year. We've enjoyed the beautiful weather. We had a lovely Easter egg hunt over at Snug Harbor. We'll have you take a look at that. And we also had our 2nd annual food festival, which was a major success. We had a lot of things going on. I will let you take a look at that. Good afternoon. City Access New York is hosting our 7th annual beeping egg hunt. So we have a culinary table. We're doing cookie decorating. We have some vendors. We have a big crowd, as you can see. We have a lot of other agencies taking some tables for us. And we're just having a great time. Everything we do is so over the top, so fun. So come join us. Come see what we got in store for you. So this is my friend Jake, and Jake just loves cookies. So he's on, I think, his 4th cookie now. Are they any good? Yeah, are they good? Yeah?
These are mine twice and 3rd.
Oh, okay, that's very good. Now you have no hands to wave to the camera, though. How are you going to wave to the camera? Oh, there you go, a cookie wave. What would an Easter egg hunt be without a bunny? This is my friend, Mr. Bunny. Wave. So we're having so much fun here, but now we have to get back to the kitchen, and you have to get back to your job with the kids. All right, come on, let's go. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to my guest. This is Gabby DiSalvo. She is the host and creator of Cooking on Wheels. Gabby, let's welcome Gabby, guys. So Gabby, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm so excited to get cooking today. But a little bit about me. I run a cooking and advocacy blog on social media called Cooking on Wheels, where I post my own recipes. I try to advocate for the disability community, and I am also a college student at UConn. So I share a lot about my disabled experience there. Thank you.
So today we're doing something called small plates or appetizers. We have 4 things going on here. Gabby is going to introduce us to a lovely ricotta pesto dip, and we have it served alongside a cracker. She'll be assembling that with us here, and Anna's going to be helping her. Anna, want to come on down? Okay. We also have going on over here, we have a beautiful summer plum tomato bruschetta on toast, on actual garlic Parmesan toast. And then we have a slider, antipasta slider. Here we have also Italian-style chicken wings. That is herb-dressed chicken wings in a butter and garlic sauce. It's delicious. I love chicken wings. Do you like chicken wings?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love chicken wings?
Exactly.
So we have all this stuff going on today. I'm going to have Anicia come over here and Gabby. They're going to help me on my tomato side here. So this takes a little bit of prep here. And we'll start you off here. Then we're going to turn to Gabby here to start her ricotta dip. While we're doing that, what I have the girls here doing is we're going to slice the tomatoes like this, and then we're going to cut them in half this way. The little pieces of tomato. You can take the top off like that, okay? And we're going to season them with extra virgin olive oil, a splash of balsamic vinegar, some salt and pepper, and some garlic and fresh basil. We have some fresh basil here. We have some fresh basil cut. And then we're going to add that all together. So you girls can start that while Gabby is talking about her dip. So we're going to turn the camera over to Gabby, who's going to describe her lovely ricotta pesto dip.
Okay. So I'm going to be first taking my food processor bowl, and we're going to put a bunch of fresh basil straight into it. And then next we're going to add 3 to 4 cloves of garlic straight into the blender. And then about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of olive oil. And then we're gonna add about 1/4 cup of grated cheese as well. Yep. There you go. Add a little more oil to loosen it up. And there you go. There's your pesto. So this pesto is a little bit lighter than a traditional pesto sauce, like for pasta, because you don't want it too oily. You just watch your toes.
Okay.
Thank you. You don't want too much oil in it because when you mix it with the ricotta, it gets too oily then at that point. And then we're gonna pour this in here. And then Anna, you're gonna get to pour the ricotta in to mix it all together.
Mix together.
Yep.
So we use fresh basil for this. What would happen
Yes.
if they used like the dried basil? It doesn't come as good, right?
Probably not. I've never tried it with dried basil. But you can also, if like it just for convenience wise to have something fresh, you can use even like the jarred pesto if you don't want to make fresh pesto or you
Oh, that's
don't
a
have
good
time
idea.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to save like a little bit of time and struggle.
There you go, yum.
Yep. You can even squeeze it if you tip it over and squish.
All right, so I'm going to take you, while they're scooping that out, I'm going to take you over here to the bruschetta that we're setting up. So Gabby and Anicia are cutting them into small chunks, putting them in the bowl. We're going to season them with a little bit of balsamic vinegar, some salt and pepper, and some olive oil. Mix that all together. And then our toast rounds have already come out of the oven. We did this with olive oil and seasoned it with some Pecorino Romano cheese on top. Melted that in the oven. They smell really good. You should be here and smell them. And now we have another tray that we're going to set up and put in the oven as well. So this tray, these breads have been soaking in the olive oil and they're all seasoned. I'm going to put them on the trays. This is really simple appetizer to make because it just comes together so easy. The most difficult part probably is cutting the tomatoes. And then we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top of this, and that's going to be how we get this in the oven, and then we'll start putting the olive oil on. Okay, this takes really quickly in the oven, too, and then we'll set them up on a pretty platter. There you go. So it kind of feels like what we had this year. This year we had so many things going on. It was a busy year, and that's what today is. All the different stations with everything going on, but it was fun. We had such a fun year. So sometimes we do everything at once. This was just one of those years. Don't ask me why, but everything seemed to happen at once this year. But it's okay. We managed. We lived through it. We had a great time. I'm going to pop this baby in the oven over here. Okay, there we go.
So while Diane does that, we are mixing together
Look at that
our
beautiful color. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Looks delicious. So we're gonna have the tray here, and we're gonna have the bread. Let's come over here. I'm sorry. We're gonna have all of the breads around. We're gonna leave the center open because what I'm gonna do is put my bruschetta in the center. So I'm not gonna fix it on the bread. I'm gonna put it in the center, and everyone can fix their own. So right now we're just gonna put the bread around. So you take care of that. We have more coming out of the oven. Great job. We're gonna put this together again. So we're gonna open it up, and then we're gonna pinch the seams together. And believe it or not, it's gonna come like a bread. So we're gonna open it up like this. We have a bottom, and then we're gonna put a top. Okay, so we're gonna open it up very gently like this. Okay. And then you see the open seams? We're gonna close this up like this. We're just gonna kind of push it together so all the seams are closed. So it's kind of like making a stromboli, but it's a slider, so it's gonna be a sandwich. So we just want to make sure that all the seams are closed here because I don't want, we're going to have a combination of mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, some ham, and some provolone. We're also going to put some pepperoncini. Who breathed like that when I said that? You? Were you like, oh? Because heaven, I just said heaven words, right? You throw it out, honey. Okay. What we're going to do is we're also going to have you cut some of these peppers to put on top there. So what we're going to do is they will have seeds in them. If you could just cut them like this for me. We don't want the tops there. And we're going to try not to have the seeds. Can you do that? And then we'll go take the camera back to Gabby. We'll check on our wings. We'll check on our bruschetta. I told you, busy day, like the busy year. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to layer the provolone on the bottom of this thing here, okay? Just hold on one second. Move down 1 second. Okay. So we're going to go here, here, and then you guys will do the next one, okay? Here, here. All right. So we're getting all of the pieces to the end. And this is our cheese, right? We're going to go all the way to the end. All right.
Okay, so we're pretty much just plating it now because we mixed it all together. Anna did a great job mixing it and scraping the bowl super well. So we're going to scoop the dip into a little serving bowl.
Presentation is everything, Gabby, isn't it? Do you find that on your show as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, even if you're having an at-home dinner party, presentation means everything. Even when we cook on our culinary class, right? We want to make everything look nice. We want to present it nicely.
There's a saying that you eat with your eyes first. So what you see, if
Right.
the food looks good, then your mind's going to say, ooh, it's going to taste good.
That's right. And then Gabby, Anna, you could take this and start putting the bowl in the center and the Ritz crackers on top.
That's right.
Okay, and then we're going to do the 2 cheeses next, okay? So we're going to have another layer of ham here. Good job. Okay, now do another layer of the pepperoni, and then we're going to do a layer of our cheeses. Right, and then the peppers are going to go on top. Okay, all right, now we're going to do the cheeses. So now we're going to do what you see what I just did, how I layered it? Now you're going to go ahead and do the cheeses. So you're going to do your mozzarella on top of that, just like this. Keep going over, okay?
I was just leaving it on the side for now, but thank you.
So this looks beautiful. Let me see what we got going on in here. So I am gonna, oh, my bread is ready. Look at this. This looks so good. I'm gonna take my bread out. Yum. How good does that look?
Nope. They
Smells
are
good.
Italian
Do you smell
herb
it?
chicken, so they won't be
I know.
spicy.
It smells really good. All right, don't touch the tray. Jared's gonna go ahead and continue to put that around. We also have some chicken wings going on here, and I'll explain that in 1 minute. Okay, so we have the bruschetta being put together, bruschetta. I keep saying bruschetta, it's bruschetta, right? So I know I'm saying it wrong. Just correct me, audience, when I say it wrong. It's bruschetta. That is the correct way of saying it, okay? All right, so we're going to cut these up. We're going to add some olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and some seasoning to this. We have garlic and some cut basil. If anyone wants to come on our CANY Cook show and cook with us, you know what to do. You just reach out, email us, go on the website and let us know you want to be a guest on the show. You can share what your experience is in the community, whether you are a community supporter, a community first responder, a chef from the community. We welcome you as well. If you're in education, if you're a director of an agency, we welcome you to come on. We want you to join us and see how lovely the group is. So please reach out and let us know when and if you'd like to be on the show. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That looks lovely. That looks really lovely. Thank you, Gab. That looks beautiful.
It was all Anna.
Anna and Gabby. This looks lovely. We're going to open up another can, right? We're going to use, what you can do is use the, this here to steam it together for me, and then we'll put that on top, and then we'll bake this in the oven as well, okay? All right, so we're opening this up here, and that's going to be our top layer. It does have a little bit of a bite to it because it has the pepperoncini peppers on them. I guess you can use hot cherry peppers too. I love spicy food. Hot cherry peppers or hot rings, pepper rings, or you can leave the hot spice out altogether. So it seems like it's very similar to when we make stromboli, which is a group favorite. Let's spread that out a little bit. Very similar to the stromboli, except this is flat and it's going to be cut like a sandwich. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put this layer on top. Beautiful job. Beautiful. Look at this. All right. A little backstory. So Gabby, so the agency that I work for, Olympic Fit, Gabby was one of my first personal clients. She is absolutely amazing. She can do anything. She was the best student. We had so much fun. We did cooking around the world. We did Greek food. We made desserts. We made whole dinners. And her brother was the recipient of that. So he used to come around and eat all the food when we had it on the table. So, and he liked everything. I think his favorite was the pepper steak, the Asian pepper steak. Yeah, we'll have to make that with City Access. Going to have to spring for some steak, and we're going to have to do the, maybe you'll come back and do that with us.
Maybe.
And we made a delicious pepper steak, really good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start our chicken wings. And what we need to do for that is we're going to make a dressing. After we take them out, we're going to really, really season up the chicken wings with a lot of Italian seasoning, some salt and pepper, mix that together in a bowl. And then we're going to put butter and garlic and olive oil in a frying pan, and that's going to be our sauce. All right, so we're ready for this. So the next step for this is we're going to add some basil to this. I took the liberty of chopping the basil up already. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some salt to this, a little bit of salt. Okay, we're going to add some pepper to this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a splash of balsamic vinegar because the sweetness in the vinegar will bring out the sweetness in the tomatoes. It's really good. I actually made it the other night for home. It was really yummy. Okay, and then we're going to do our olive oil, and I'm going to get that in a second. And that's so simple. That is bruschetta. Here's our olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to sprinkle that on just like that. Yum. So look how fresh that looks and pretty, right? You have the red tomatoes and the beautiful basil. Gabby brought some beautiful basil from her garden. That looks really pretty. That looks really fresh. It smells incredible. And that's it. That was so simple. Really simple party appetizers. Regatta pesto dip put together in less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes again for this. So simple. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plate this here. Jared is helping me. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so how you serve this is you're going to put a little bit on a piece of toast, like this. Okay, and then you're going to eat it. Good. All right. Those are cooking nicely. All right, I have some seasoned wings, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to check the. Oh, look how nice that's popping up there. So this is going to get like a crescent roll. It's going to get light and flaky. And when we cut it out, when we take it out, we're going to cut it in squares and put that on one of our platters as well. So they're sliders, and they are ooey gooey deliciousness. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop that second one in, put that on top. And
would you like Anna to do a taste test of the Good job.
It's good, right? The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to start our sauce for our Italian chicken wings. So what I'm going to put in here is we're going to do a stick of butter, Jared. So turn this way, sweetie, so the camera can see your handsome face. Put the stick of butter in there, okay? And then we're going to add some olive oil. We're going to let that melt. Here. This is melting nicely. I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil to that. Jared's been such a good student. Look at the way he's melting that butter. He pays very close attention to what he's doing. That's one of the most important things. He's looking at it. He hasn't taken his eyes off the frying pan. I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic to that as well. So how about while Jared's doing that, we ask Gabby some of the things she's done at Cooking on Wheels. What are some of the recipes? What's your favorite recipe you've ever made?
Oh, boy. My favorite recipe would probably be a cauliflower fried rice that we made, actually.
Yes.
You made it with regular rice, I think, and I made mine with cauliflower rice.
Yes.
But it was really cool because we did, I think it was with like rotisserie chicken, actually. So it was, I think, yeah. Because that way the chicken was already made even, so it was a super quick and easy recipe that you could put as much protein or as little protein as you want. And
right.
Yeah.
And when we did the Greek dinner, we did the Greek lemon potatoes. Good. Those were to die for. Those were really good. Luckily, my niece is Greek, and her mom gave me this beautiful recipe for the souvlaki with the lemon potatoes. She did it on her end, I did it on my end. How about in the Connecticut shell, what are some of the things you can do there that you've done?
So for Yukon, a lot of recipes that I do have to either be no heat or only on a stovetop. Because I've kind of converted a classroom into a kitchen. So it's a classroom that's intended for cooking technically. So it's a stainless steel countertop, but it doesn't have any like kitchen appliances in it. So we have to bring our own. So that's why I use an electric stovetop there. And we were talking before that you were saying
Yeah.
about liking gas or electric stoves. I
Mhm.
like the gas stove better, but for that, not much of a
Yeah,
choice. Just
yeah.
safety-wise, it's easier to use in that scenario. But anyways, so some of the recipes that I do there are a lot of like stir fries. My first episode, actually, I made a ratatouille, but it was like a stew type of ratatouille instead of like, you know how in the movie there's like all thin slices. It wasn't sliced like that. It was like just very rustic chopped style, and actually with a pesto ricotta dip on it as well, with all little dollops.
Sounds really good.
Yeah,
it
thank
sounds
you.
really good. So we did a similar thing when we did the food festival. We had no choice, but the stations had the convection stove tops, and we did pretty well. We did cook a lot ahead of time, and then when we were doing the reheating, we were using the convection stove tops. I'm going to move this over to Gabby
Do you want me
here.
to just flip it to the other side, because that way
Yeah,
the other side's
perfect.
clean?
Okay, I'm going to have our guest cut the sliders, and then I'll give you a tray for it. I'm going to loosen it first. I'm so tempted to eat the cheese that's melted on the tray right now, but I want to be
It's the best
ladylike and
part.
professional and not eat it. But trust me, if I was home, I'd be eating the melted cheese off the tray.
Got it.
It does look good, you gotta admit.
Looks amazing, yeah.
Okay, let's try and get a different angle. Yeah. Okay, so all I did was season the wings with a little bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper, but the real topping is going to be the dressing that we have going on there. And that was butter, olive oil, some Italian seasoning. We're gonna put on that too. This is a true professional. Look how beautiful she's cutting.
I'm trying.
She's cutting
they're a little
this
gooey still.
gooey deliciousness. So when we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and toss our wings, and then we can put that on the table as well, okay? And then the best part of all, what's the best part of the show? When we get to eat. This is, oh, that looks beautiful. Look at that shot. Look at that. That looks so good. Yum. Doesn't it?
crispy.
Yeah. Crispy and yummy. Watch
That's
yourself there,
right.
baby. All right, we're gonna let this sit for a few minutes, then we'll let Gabby cut that one as well. I'm just gonna shut the top oven. So what I'm gonna do in a few minutes is pull these wings out, give them a quick seasoning, and then pop them back in the oven. What I mean by seasoning them, we're gonna take our garlic, butter, Italian seasoning, put that on the wings, stick them back in the oven. So we're gonna take these and we're gonna put them in the sauce there, okay? So let's move this over. Let's get a nice coating on all of them. So our garlic is nice and deliciously browned. We're gonna get a nice coating, and then when you coat them all, we're gonna put them on another cookie sheet, and I'm gonna add some dressing on that, some Italian herb
Double yum.
dressing on that. So just do this for me, and then we're gonna toss them around. Go ahead. Put a few more in. I'm gonna do a layer of the Italian seasoning on here, and I'm gonna pop them back in the oven, okay? We're gonna use a lot of Italian seasoning, because that's why it's called Italian wings, okay? All right, look at that. Yum! Okay.
People on TV will like it.
Yes. All right, can you open the oven for me? And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop this right under the broiler. So we have to pay careful attention to this, because you see how hot that is? It can burn. Okay, so we're gonna put them under here for a little while, get them a little crispy, and that's what it's all about. Close that. That's your job. You're gonna stand here and you're gonna check that in 2 seconds. Let's go back over to Gabby. Okay, so now Gabby cut our sliders up. They look really good. We're gonna take them like a sandwich. It's all melty cheese and deliciousness. We're gonna go ahead and put these on the table as well, Anna. All right, I'm gonna see how quickly these, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, does that not look good? Look at that, sizzly deliciousness.
Wow.
I'm gonna put that down here because somehow it's really heavy. Again, I wish you could smell this. This is really good. It smells really, really good. I'm gonna figure out something to put these on. Careful, if you need a second tray, you have one there. And then we're gonna go ahead and put that on our buffet. And last but not least, what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up and we're gonna eat, okay? So how about if, Sam, you go and you get me some dishes and napkins from the closet and some forks, okay? Beautiful job. And then we get...
What inspired you to become a chef?
So I never knew that I liked to cook, and I started cooking during COVID just to pass the time and fell in love with it. And so I really loved the idea of seeing that I could cook in a kitchen. I didn't think that I could, because I didn't think it was an accessible place, but turns out that it is, and anybody can cook.
That's cool. How did you get started in the kitchen?
Well, I said it too, but I was just cooking just to pass the time, like most people during COVID. You know, we were at home, had nothing to do, so we were cooking and baking and just having fun. And I even had learned to use it as a way to like engage and connect with family and friends when we couldn't be with each other in person.
Do you remember the first dish you ever cooked?
I do, and I actually have a picture of it even. So my very first dish was a zucchini quiche, which is kind of a family recipe. It's technically from like a really, really old newspaper, but my mom saved it, and we've been using it since I'm a little kid, I think, honestly. And we still have the actual newspaper. It's all like brown and like worn out and barely can even see anything on it, but it's one of my favorite recipes of all time.
What's your favorite dish or food do you like?
Probably any kind of stir fry, especially, I spoke about it earlier, but a cauliflower chicken stir fry that I've made with Diane. That's probably one of my favorite dishes, and easy, quick and easy recipe.
Do you like to follow recipes or create your own?
So I'm sorry, what?
Do you like to follow recipes or create your own?
So when I'm in the kitchen, honestly, I just cook whatever comes to mind. I will use recipes for inspiration, but a lot of times I end up like seeing the recipe and then I make it up in my head, or like I'll reference it kind of thing and then make halfway through and end up switching and making my own thing. That's one of the reasons I love cooking more than baking specifically, because with baking, you have to follow the recipe a little bit more. Obviously, when you get used to it more, you can have more flexibility, but still, baking has a lot more like rigidity to it, whereas cooking is very simple.
If you could cook for any person in the world, who will it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably like a famous chef. Some of my favorites are Chef Brooke Williamson, Chef Antonio LaFaso, Chef Manit Chauhan. Those are my top favorite chefs. So I think it would be those three that I'd love to cook.
Is there anyone you would like to give a shout out to?
I wanted to say hi to all of my fellow Staten Islanders who are also Huskies, who go to UConn or have UConn alum in the fam. So hi, Huskies.
Thanks for watching.
City Access New York is a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to working with adults with developmental disabilities achieve their maximum level of independence. If you're enjoying CANY Cooks and would like to support the work we do, please consider becoming a sponsor. Your donations are tax deductible, and you can find out more by visiting www.cityaccessny.org/donate. And Anna?
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Beautiful.